Centuries ago, when the mythological creatures living among us, men and the creatures living in peace, thanks to the balance remaining between siblings Isis and Nephthys, last dragons in the world. Isis represented life and happiness that existed in the world. She lived in the seas, and the man was devoted and faithful, as Isis controlled the rain that allowed men might have fruits of their crops. Nephthys represented the dead and sorrow. He lived in the Rocky Mountains, and the man was afraid by his appearance and believed that he had connection with his dead. The world lived in harmony and balance until people thought it would be easier if their crops instead to worship Isis skill, as well no longer depend on your help. People were organized and soon tricked her to go out of the seas. His chest pierced with a spear and hung his head at the entrance of the kingdom. The balance between life and death was lost. People didn't think about the consequences, but Nephthys had already commanded death sought them. The great dragon, unstoppable, wanted revenge on behalf of her sister. He killed every person they found the smell of dragon blood. He left no one alive. Nephthys was wounded and left a smear of blood on the floor, moving away, tired and disconsolate over the loss of her sister. The men lived in fear of his return. With the passage of the time, the blood stake came a tree. People realized that the tree had guilty attributes, taking the absurd idea that if they took the blood of the dragon, could reach being mortal. The men began hunting the great dragon. Many years passed and humans could not find Nephthys. After what happened with Isis, no one else saw him again. Nephthys, to suffer the loss of his sister and releasing the absurd that had on their moment of rage, all he wanted was to disappear, and so it was hiding in the deeps of the forest. He sought refuge in a big old hollow tree. Nephthys not want to continue to exist without her sister, and all she could do since then was let go by his sorrow. Eventually fell asleep as never cured his wound caused by the tree back to life. The tree Nephthys absorbed and increased exist as the last dragon was now only on tree in the middle of a large forest. Years passed, and the man forgot his search for the dragon. The story of Isis and Nephthys became a legend, and when everyone thought that this legend was created only to entertain and frighten children, they found an old tree in the forest which they grew small fruits that were very similar to the skulls of a dragon, the great dragon Nephthys, which continues to exist in a new form, allowing people to never forget the story of the great dragon's life and death.